But there's been a performance issue at the moment on that particular system. Accessing
Accessing
it
it
and
and
also
also
space as
space as
well.
well.
The system is also running out of space, um, and then the
And the
processing
processing
power
power
on when user connects to the system, and then the response time as well. So that's why the project was initiated.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Funsho. I also want to ask, you said your major clients are corporate organization. Are they just, do you have other clients or they
or
are
they
the
are the
primary
primary
clients that
clients
you
that
have?
you have.
Well,
Well,
like I
like I
said,
said,
bespoke
bespoke
training,
training,
corporate
corporate
organization. Yeah,
organization.
so it's more of B2B.
Okay, then what would be the advantage of this initiative to your company?
I believe we're talking about the AWS, isn't it?
Yes, please.
Yeah, so the advantage is to, like I said, the issue at the moment, the need is the business actually has problem with their files, and when customers and clients are accessing the files online, so it's online, there's an issue with it, in terms of performance. So um, there's been analysis has been conducted in terms of market
Market analysis,
analysis, to look at different vendors and then cloud-based systems and look
and
at the
look at the
pricing as
pricing as
well.
well.
And, I think business found out that, AWS is a bit affordable. Hence why they're planning
Planning
to
to
implement
implement
AWS and migrate those files to AWS platform.
So the major reason for this change is performance, to increase productivity and performance, right?
Performance and storage.
And storage. Okay. So what other parts of the world do you intend to extend this application to?
Part of
part
the
of the
world.
world.
Yeah, I know currently you are currently in Europe, UK. Do you intend to?
No, they have customers everywhere. So it's a cloud system, so it can be accessed from anywhere.
Okay, okay. So are you planning a new portal or will the administrator as have control or have control access?
Administrator will have access, yes,
Yes,
to
to
the
the
portal
portal.
to manage. Administrator will have access to manage the. You mean AWS, isn't it?
Yes, please.
Yes, yes, yes. So they will have access to that to manage. Yes.
Okay. Can you please just provide an overview about the current CRM storage system? What technology or platform is it built on?
It's not a CRM. It's just a storage server.
Okay, I thought it was a content management storage system, so it's just a
Uh,
server.
you said CRM, so you want to say
CRS, yeah,
CMS, isn't it?
CMS, sorry.
Yeah. So the current system is what is WordPress, which is a content management system, you know. So there is a bit of and well performance issue on that, and also space. So it's WordPress, which is a technology, it's a
The
content
content
management
management
system,
system.
and we want to move that to migrate from that to
To
AWS.
AWS.
So, how do you currently organize and structure the CMS storage system?
So the files are structured,
Structured,
there
with
are
the
folders
folders
on the
on the
system,
system.
and then
Each
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 file,
file,
so
so
each
each
folder would
folder will
have
have
similar content,
content,
saved
saved
within the
within the
folder.
folder.
Just
Just
like
like
your
your
system
system
or
or
your
your
laptop,
laptop.
when you're
When you're
creating
creating,
folder, can arrange them, isn't it?
Yes,
Based on the
please.
type of content it is, so you can add similar
similar
files
files
into into
into
the same
same
folder.
folder.
So it's the
So it's
same
the
thing.
same thing.
So it's
It's
arranged
arranged
based on
based
that.
on that.
Okay, please, are there any dependency on the current
Current
CMS
CMS
storage
storage
system
system
that needs
that
to be
needs to be
considered
considered.
during the migration process?
Dependency. Well, no, no, we don't have any dependence because it's the file that needs to be migrated. So it's not. There's no dependency. Um, no, no, not because it's also the yes, no. Because I want to say it's not integrated with the CRM or anything. So it's just the files that are going to be migrated.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Funsho. Matthias, over to you.
Good afternoon, Mr. Funsho.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much for coming here today. Though I had slight problem trying to join, I'll quickly just take through the question. Maybe you might have said some things about them, which I was not opportune to hear because I couldn't join. Uh, Now, what I was going to ask, or what we did plan, or what I was going to ask is that with regards to the current data environment on the CMS, can you provide more details about the current CMS storage system? And also, how is the data currently organized and structured in the CMS storage system with
Oh,
regards to any
I've just
specific?
answered those questions. Sorry.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, like I
Yeah,
said, I
I
wasn't.
think. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
have I answered those questions, guys? Or are we?
Yes, please.
Okay,
Okay.
that's okay. Fine, thank you. Then okay. Then somebody just talk about the. Okay, now the project methodology. I wanted to say with regards to what methodology will this project be based on. Then what are the required resources with regards to human, financial, technological, and the successful execution of migration? That is the first one. I don't know if you have thrown light on them while you were speaking.
Sorry, what's that question again? Sorry.
So the first one is with regards to the methodology.
Hmm. Yeah,
Then,
methodology. Well, I mean, I feel it's possibly going to be like well, I shouldn't be answering that question, but I think it will be like an agile. We're going to well, I should can answer it anyway. So
okay,
it
yeah,
can be we can use hybrid or agile as well. Um, yeah, so it's either agile or hybrid. Yeah, I think hybrid can be. We use hybrid. Yes,
okay,
hybrid.
thank you. Now, with regards to migration and execution, we were thinking, or I was going to ask you, are there any existing system or applications that that needs to integrate with the migrated data, and how this frequently does, say, with regards to data in the current CMS system, get updated,
Are
and
there
how?
any existing system that needs to be migrated?
No, we're trying to understand, are there any existing systems or application that needs to integrate with the migrated data?
Oh no, no, no. I think I've answered that as well. No, no.
Okay. Then, with regards to how frequently does the data in the current CMS system get updated? Because they did said they do not want any downtime or minimize downtime. So we wanted to understand with regards to that, and how will these changes be managed during the migration?
Yeah, so what we're thinking is, during migration, once during migration that the system should um there shouldn't be any downtime. So we're possibly going to do like a parallel migration where we can with the current system customers will still have access to it anyway. Um, so they will still have access to the current system. It won't be while the migration is going on. And the moment the migration is completed, then we can switch. We just switch the the front end. We switch the front end to AWS from the current CMS system.
Right. So
I don't know
what
if
you're saying,
that is that clear. Is that
so what you're saying in the 2 weeks period, they still need to be running on the CMS platform pending once the migration has been successful, then they can now do the switch.
exactly? Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. Now that leads me to the next question with regards to data extraction, which you have equally thrown some light to with regards to when you said it will be done side by side. Um, are there data transformation or formal conversation requirement needed for data to be compatible with the AWS3? And what method or tools are currently used for data extraction? And will they be compatible with the ASW3?
Sorry, repeat that
So
again. Let me
we're just
quickly
with
answer.
regards to compatibility.
Yes.
So we just want to understand how this will work.
In terms of compatibility, do you mean data?
Yes, from the CMS to the AWS3.
It's it's compatible because most of the files are, flat files. I mean, well, yeah, they are Word, Word, PDF, audio, video files. So, we've done the research already, and we know that, there's compatibility with on AWS system. I mean, on AWS storage platform. So it shouldn't, there won't be any issue at all with regards to compatibility.
Okay, thank you very much. I will pass it on to the next team member, Oyedele. Oyede.
Good afternoon, Mr. Funsho. My name is Olaide. I would like to ask questions around security, legal, and compliance requirements. Are there any security, legal, regulatory, or compliance requirements that dictate how certain data should be handled during the migration? And what are the specific security access control requirements for data stored in AWS?
So security, AWS itself is a secured platform. Anyway, regarding compliance, I think, the most important thing is make sure that, files, and then just ensure that the system is GDPR compliant, which AWS is. We're going to be integrating the front end to the back end to the new system. So from the front end point of view, when users are accessing it, it's just been seamless. So nobody should know different because this AWS is more. I mean, the project is of more back end project. So business will not. I mean, I think users should not see any difference on the in terms of accessing, I mean, in terms of the performance or usage. So there shouldn't be any difference at all. Um, and like I said, in terms of the compliance, we should just ensure that AWS platform is GDPR compliant. I think that's the only regulatory requirement that we think, we might need.
Okay, thank you, sir. And that leads me to the other question. It's talking about data encryption management during the transit and what authentication mechanism will be used to control access to data in AWS storage environment.
Okay, I will answer that question because I'm technical, but normally I will just answer the question.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah, so the security method, firstly, that we're going to use on the system, I think it's coming. Let me just think about it. Um, Firstly, from my own point of view, or from our point of view, it should be the system should be um, all data should be encrypted, right? Yeah, so it should be encrypted. I think from your point of view as well, it should be, the requirement should just be that, system should be encrypted. The security method that will be used will be determined by um, the developers, the technical guys.
Okay.
Yeah, so it should be encrypted, and then also we should also be able to detect maybe any threats. If there's going to be any threat or any threat on the system, we should be able to detect it. Maybe want the system to send like an alert, to the admin. If anybody access the system, um, unauthorized or like, any unauthorized access, should be detected uh, the by the system, and then an alert should be immediately sent
Okay.
to, yeah, to the to the admin team.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much. The next question, you've answered it slightly. It's talking about geographical considerations for data storage. Since you said anybody can access it from anywhere in the world. So I just want to be sure about these geographical considerations for data storage. Is there any compliance as regard that?
Well, I think the most important thing really is the compliance, I mean, for GDPR. Maybe you also want to make a research on, uh, no, I don't think there's any particular compliance or regulations that we need to, because people access the system, people will access it from anywhere, you know, and the system is hosted in Europe. You understand?
Okay.
I think the most important thing really is if there is going to be, I think the most popular requirement and compliance we have currently is the GDPR compliance or GDPR requirement. So I don't think there is any, and the business also is a UK based business, you see.
All right, sir.
Yeah,
Thank you
and
very much.
then I know the encryption that we I think the encryption type we're going to also use, I think I just remembered,
Okay.
is maybe this they call it SSE. I think it's SSE, which
SSE.
is server side encryption. Yes,
Okay.
server side encryption type. Yes.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much. That leads me to the next question. Already we know that this is Amazon-based storage cloud system. Is
Yeah.
there any way, or are there going to be any special configuration on your part or customization on your part to suit your purpose in this situation?
When you say on my part, what do you mean?
Yeah, I mean on the company's part to suit the business purpose.
No, no,
Okay,
no.
all right, sir. So just as Amazon provides, there'll be no configuration, there'll be no customization of any type.
It will be on Amazon itself,
Okay,
and
all right, sir.
it
Okay,
then integrates with the front office system.
okay, sir. We're already aware of this program that is from Amazon, the storage platform. Are you planning to use SaaS or IaaS or PaaS?
It's I think it's a platform as a service.
Okay, all right, sir. Thank you very much. And that leads me to the last one. We talked about storage before, but what are the expected requirements for the storage capacity in terms of performance? You've spoken about it, but if you can just throw more light so that we can know what capacity, the storage performance, the requirements that you want us to look at as we go on in the business, as we go on doing the work. And then the last one is, will the migrated data require any specific data life cycle policies or visioning, or let me say versioning in AWS3? Those are my last questions.
Sorry, repeat that question. Sorry.
Yeah, will the migrated data require any specific data life cycle policies or versioning in
Oh,
AWS?
no.
Okay, all
Yeah.
right.
So it's on AWS. I think what will happen is we create because it's AWS, from my understanding, has its own way of arranging files and storing files. So I think we create folders and then add them onto it, or migrate files from the existing system to AWS. There is no versioning, so it doesn't put like a version numbers or versioning on the
Okay,
files. Of
all
course, the
right.
files will have like unique ID.
Identification number.
Exactly, but
Okay,
we don't really need that.
okay.
Yes.
Yeah, you've not touched on the storage requirement, the expected storage requirement, and in terms of capacity and performance.
Storage requirement.
Yes.
No, okay, so in terms of storage, the system should be scalable,
Okay.
Yeah, so which we believe it is. We know it is because, for, you pay for what you use rather than, just buy a space and then you either maybe wasting space or it's not, or maybe you run out of space. So we believe it is scalable, so the system should be
Okay.
scalable.
Yeah, it will be as pay as you go.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much for your time today. I now pass it on to my next colleague, Onyelo.
Good afternoon, Mr. Funsho. This
Yes,
is
ma'am.
Ade online, not Onyelo. I'll be taking a question for now. So, my question will be based around data quality assurance and validation, and also testing and contingency planning. So, my question, the first question goes this way: how will you ensure that data integrity is maintained throughout the migration process, sir?
So, in terms of data integrity, we're firstly going to look at all the duplicates, any files, any duplicates. So the engineers will look at that, to make sure that they have a system that they will use to run and check for duplicates, and then use that to remove or identify those duplicates, and then we remove them before migration.
Okay.
And then any other files that are added or that will be added after migration has been completed will then be manually migrated.
Okay, thank you very much. And the next one is, are there any data validation or cleansing processes that need to be performed?
Data,
Validation or cleaning processes.
I've just mentioned that.
Okay, sir.
Yeah,
Um,
that we're going to identify what duplicates are,
oh,
and then once we identify them, then we'll remove them
okay,
from. Yes.
thank you. And next question on testing and contingency planning is, how will you perform testing to verify the integrity and completeness of the migrated data in AWS S3?
Confirm testing.
Yeah, how to perform testing to verify the integrity and completeness of
So, what we're going to do is once migration is completed, um, we're going to then test from the front end, and ensure that users can still access the files as normal. So no issues, no problem. At that point, then we know that the system is operational We decommission or redirect traffic from the front end system to AWS and ensure that users are still able to access the files.
Thank you very much. And are there any contingency plan in place in case of any issue encountered during or after migration?
Well, contingency plan will be the system um, will not be decommissioned until we get a confirmation from stakeholders, from users that they are happy. Um, so just in case there are issues or anything, we can just roll back to the existing system. So we're not going to delete the files. We're not going to remove anything from the existing system
Okay,
until we are sure and everybody is happy and no issues at all.
about the migration. Okay. Thank you very much, sir. I would like to pass to the last person now. Onyelo, are you online?
Yeah.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you very much, Ade. Thank you so much, Mr. Funsho. So, the question I have under training and documentation would be, what are the key topics that need to be covered in the training materials for system administrators and end users, please?
So what in terms of training, we're just going to the engineer, the technical guys would provide like a training guide for them after the on how firstly how to upload file on the AWS and then how to link the files to the front end system, just to ensure that they can carry out that those activities, those tasks themselves after post release.
Okay, thank you very much. Think you've touched the second question. That's to ensure that how will you ensure the training and documentation are comprehensive and easy to understand? So you mentioned that the engineers will provide training, right, for the system
Yes,
administrators. Okay.
yes.
Yeah, okay. Thank you very much for the question. Done.
Sorry, Mr. Fujo, to buttress the last question. And the training, is it just going to be a manual guide or in-person training or virtual one? Is that
It's going to be virtual, but of course, there'll be um, it's going to be virtual, but there's going to be a manual guide.
okay then? Thank
Yes.
you very much. Chooks, you can take over now. I think we've come to the end of the elicitation. Chooks?
Yeah, thank you so much. Mr. Funsho, thank you so much. Is there anyone that has any other question to ask Mr. Funsho?
Yes, please. I do have. Mr. Funshaw, when you were talking about scalability, it's linked to storage. Is there any way you can throw some more light to that scalability? Because I was thinking with regards to scalability, I know you can increase from maybe say from 50 to 100 or to 150. Is there any specific capacity or the company just increase to whatever you want to use? Because you pay for
Yes. You pay
specific
for what
storage or
you pay for what you use.
right? So if what you have now increases to maybe from 100 to 200, you pay for that 200. Is that the case?
You pay for the storage, the space, that space. So if you use, you know, it's the space, because it's not based on the file. Each file will have size. So the
Yeah.
overall size of the file you have, let's assume if it is 1 gig and the file increases to 1.1, then you pay for the additional.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. That's what I want to know. Okay. Yeah. All right. So you don't just say, well, all I have is 1 gig and it stays that way.
No, 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 no. That's
Yeah.
that's the
Okay.
purpose of scaling. You
Scalability.
can
Yeah.
scale it
Okay.
up. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thank you very much. That's what I wanted to know.
Okay, thank you so much, Matthias. Is any other person? Okay, so I believe everyone has exhausted their questions, Mr. Funsho. Thank you so much, sir, for coming in. from the questions have been answered our to our best understanding, and we believe that we'll be able to work on them and give you feedback on what we're able to
Brilliant.
do with it.
Brilliant. Yeah. Thank you so much, and apologies for yesterday. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you,
All
everyone.
right. Bye.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye.
Thank you,
Bye.
Mr.
Thank you.
Funsho.
Bye.
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 Well done, guys. Well done.
Well done, guys.
I think that
We
went
we did
well.
really well. Yeah, did really well. Are the project leads in the house?
Yes, yes, yes. Thank you very much, guys. That was amazing. That was a good meeting with a lot of information. You've been able to capture all the information required. So, has everyone been able to take notes and record maybe the meeting so that at some point we now can obviously revise